Welcome back to It Ain't Rocket Science. I'm Adam Balkin. After-school programs across the country have launched, and there is no slowing down. Now let's join our Katie Falco as a group of students wows the crowd at a Nebraska University football game by firing up their own giant weather balloon with the hope of learning something about the Earth's atmosphere.
A typical Nebraska football game day at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska features the pride of all Nebraska marching band, the famous Sea of Red, the Tunnel Walk, and the traditional balloon release after the good guys' first score. But a recent Huskers football game featured a different kind of balloon launch.
3, 2, 1.
The University of Nebraska 4-H, the Strategic Air and Space Museum, and other organizations partnered together to launch 3 high-altitude balloons during halftime of the Arkansas State game this past September. NASA astronaut and Nebraska native Clayton Anderson was also on hand to help with the launch.
It's a captive audience. It's great for the state of Nebraska. It's great for the kids to be in this atmosphere and do something that's actually truly scientific. I'm very excited.
School students from Omaha and Lincoln used the balloons to send insects, seeds, and fruit 95,000 feet up into what's called near space, the part of Earth's atmosphere just before outer space. The 8-foot balloon expanded to over 30 feet in diameter before bursting and falling back to Earth. The students then tracked the balloon back down to Earth, reviewed the payload, and studied the effects that 60 below temperatures and low atmospheric pressure had on their experiments. It's certainly a unique way for students to learn about Earth's atmosphere.
We need to catch kids in the elementary years in the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade to really get them excited and turned on so that they can focus on moving in the right direction toward science and math and engineering.
In addition to the scientific data, the balloon captured some incredible photos and video of the Earth at the height of its journey. The balloon traveled 18 miles into the sky and 40 miles southeast toward Tecumseh, Nebraska. But as Clayton knows, any kind of scientific hands-on activity that kids can get involved in greatly increases their understanding of STEM.
This is hugely important, right? Science, technology, engineering, and math, that's the future for the United States of America. We have to get kids interested in that. What better way than in front of 89,000 Nebraska fans launching weather balloons with actual experiments on the bottom.
In Lincoln, Nebraska, Katie Falco for It Ain't Rocket Science.
It's one of the oldest laws of nature. What goes up must come down. And in North Carolina, it was more the latter than the former. And so the engineering lesson at hand was a crash course in self-preservation. Sharon Stone was on hand to witness the drop.
York Elementary students are posed with a problem. Armed with scissors, tape, and tubes, the third graders must use an arsenal of materials to build a helmet that will protect an egg from falling objects.
We had a rubber band around here so the egg would stay on, and we have some tape that connects the balloon to the styrofoam.
We use these so it'd like stay on, not like tilt over all the time. And we had to cut in here a little bit so the egg would actually fit in.
That's right.
Whether they realize it or not, they are learning about engineering.
One of the neatest things about the kids, what they're learning, is that the engineering design process does not lead to simply one answer.
Laura Bottomley oversees the Engineering Place, an engineering outreach program based at NC State. Outreach ambassadors work to educate everyone in North Carolina with a focus on K-12 students. The vision is to teach the true nature of engineering and its impact on everyday life. As they work to solve the problem at hand, students putting their eggs in one basket, so to speak, are learning another life lesson.
We had a few different little mess-ups that just messed up the whole thing. So we had to do a lot of versions. And then just at the last minute, it was really cool to find out what we made.
One of the things that we are able to do with engineering with the kids is to teach them that failure is an accepted, normal thing. In fact, as an engineer, you look forward to failure because you learn so much more from it. It's not a message that they get in school all the time.
a hands-on approach to developing excellent problem-solving skills. For It Ain't Rocket Science, I'm Sharon Stone.
To find hands-on math and science learning opportunities in your community, visit connectamillionminds.com. Earlier this year, Neil Armstrong, the first man on the moon, passed away. However, the second man to step foot on its surface, Buzz Aldrin, continues to inform and educate about space travel with a show and tell for some students that was quite literally out of this world. Shazia Khan has the story.
Students at Public School 328 in Brooklyn got to experience space up close by painting a giant mural of the Mars Curiosity and getting a pep talk from Buzz Aldrin and other NASA scientists. Aldrin will forever be remembered as the second astronaut from Apollo 11 to set foot on the moon in 1969. The opportunity was provided by City Arts, a major New York City-based public arts organization that brings art together with important civic, educational, and social issues. Aldrin addressed the students, giving them inspiration for the future.
I'm very proud to have been in a position in a very fortunate position to do some wonderful things with my life. And so I'd like to share those with the young people here.
And the space pioneers certainly left an impression.
I learned today that when you get in the spaceship, it's kind of hard to get around and stuff, and make sure you use everything correctly.
For students and organizers at the event, it was as if they were already among the stars. From meeting an astronaut to learning how to become one, students here at the New York City Center for Space Science Education have an out-of-this-world experience. These kids are on a mission. 3, 2, 1, the New York City Center for Space Science Education takes young minds on a journey unlike any other.
When kids come to the center, they're fully immersed in a simulation of going into space. This is similar to what NASA does in that astronauts train each mission about 100 times before doing them in space.
It feels like I'm in actually a real spaceship.
It's a good experience because I get to work with stuff like this. I get to receive stuff and learn about what happens in space.
Students inside the Classroom Space Center worked together to collect data from Halley's Comet. It was one of the missions the Space Shuttle Challenger set off to accomplish before it exploded just 73 seconds into its flight in 1986. Students continue that mission and learn about life in space, but they also take the reins here in Mission Control. For It Ain't Rocket Science, I'm Shazia Khan.
When we come back, for those of you impatiently waiting for your chance to travel among the stars, your wait just might be over. We'll take you on a journey through the solar system that will leave you breathless. And we'll follow the Space Shuttle Endeavour on its final voyage. Coming up. To learn more about Time Warner Cable's Connect a Million Minds, visit connectamillionminds.com during the break.